Hello, my name is Karen Alpizar and I am a student in Mr. West's Advanced Drafting course. In this class, we're in a very independent environment and we choose which field we want to focus on, whether it's engineering or architecture. Once we choose, we also get to research and pick out certain projects we might be interested in. This year, I decided to focus on improving my skills in the AutoCAD program that's used for 2D layouts. I did this because I've gone to the Illinois Drafting Educators Association's competition for 2 years, severely unprepared for the type of drawings we might be making. I have the intent to go back this year and this time place higher than before and hopefully get in the top 3. By using the IDEA's example problems from their websites, I was able to practice and improve my effectiveness and timing because in the competition, you also only have 1 hour to complete the drawing they give you. I will now show you completed drawings that I've done so far this semester. This is an AXEL clamp bracket. I wanted to also give a brief description of what the tool is used for, but for some tools I couldn't find any specific information, and this would be one of them. The next one is the gate valve, which is a valve that opens by lifting a round or rectangular gate out of the path of the fluid. The next one is a tool post, and these are used to hold cutting tools. They allow for rapid tool changeover and provide a high degree of position, repeatability, and indexing. Next one is a jaw support. Supports the helical sweep cut to create the internal ACME threads that mate to the screw component. Next tool is a rocker arm, a rocking lever in an engine, especially one in an internal combustion engine that serves to work a valve and is operated by a pushed form of camshaft. This tool is called the secondary base. I couldn't find any information on this tool. Next one is a chuck jaw, and this is a specialized type of clamp that holds an object with radial symmetry. The jaws are tightened up to hold the tool or workpiece. Next one we have is a idler arm. That's a pivoting support for the steering linkage. It supports the end of the center link in the passenger side of the vehicle. And this drawing was actually the first drawing I had to do in the drafters competition. I didn't do too well, but this time I finished within the time limit. Next one is a rack slide. There's another one I couldn't find any information on. From this point on, it's state competition example drawings, which means they're a bit more complicated. This is a BOGGLE tray, which is a tray that holds the 16 cubes in the game called BOGGLE. The next one is the lead screw bracket. It provides proper support and alignment for the thrust bearing, the nut, and the outboard and end bearing. Next one is the base for centering attachment. It's used in manufacturing to center material for proper entry into a production processing machine. From this point on, I couldn't find any information for the rest of my drawings, so this one is the anchor bracket. Next one is a bearing bracket. And I would say this was the easiest of drawings. These last two are actually 3 separate parts that combine into an assembly of a compound tool holder. This one is the compound tool holder saddle. As you can tell, this base right here actually aligns with this part right here. And then this part right here in the bottom goes within this part up here. The time it took me to complete all these drawings, I was able to finish some of them on time within the hour limit. Some of them were a bit too complicated, and I had to take my time to finish it completely. I also took a little break from the drawings in between them to make an owl keychain as a present for my teacher's birthday. So the first step I did when I decided to make the keychain was do a little research. When I decided I wanted to do an owl, I went to Google and chose a picture of an owl that I knew would be easy for the 3D printer to create. So I kept it minimalistic. And this is the drawing I chose. The next part was to take the picture into Inventor, which is a program that lets you create 3D models, and make my keychain. And here's the actual model in the 3D. At first, I was thinking of just making the owl and the branch it's sitting on, and put the ring hole at the tip of the branch right here. But my teacher advised me that it may be too thin and that it may snap off easily. So I decided to put the owl on a little square background so that it wouldn't snap easily, and I put the ring hole at the corner. So after that, I had to do a drawing file, which converts it to a 2D file, and I dimensioned the keychain in the places I could, which is the overall dimension of the square and the thickness of the square and the owl. The next part, once everything is done in Inventor, that's when the file is sent to the 3D printer's program on the computer so that the printer gets instructions on how to make the model. This is a screenshot of the 3D printer's program where you can decide where to put the model in the little tray that's inside the printer. And once you have everything set up, you just print it. And this is one of the pictures I took of the 3D printer. And this white layer that's being put down is actually the support material. It's not the keychain itself. This next picture shows the yellow layer, which is the beginning of the actual keychain. The next one, you can start to see the owl coming into play. It's starting to fill it up. And right here you can get a glimpse of how it's starting to outline the little feathers in its body. And unfortunately, after this I had to go to my next class, so I couldn't get any pictures. But I did get a picture of the end product, which is right here. And I put it next to my paper file. And that's pretty much it. Right now I just want to talk about how much fun I had in this class during the semester, and I'm looking forward to the time I'll get second semester. I'm going to continue improving my skills as much as I can with the help of this class, because I plan on going to Joliet Junior College after high school. I'm going to major in computer-aided drafting and design and get my associate's degree as well as my certificate once I finish my classes. And these classes in high school I've taken in the past 4 years helped me choose my career path, because I was able to gain some knowledge of CAD and end up really liking it. After college, I hope to find a job in this type of field, like the CAD company, which I had the opportunity to job shadow actually my sophomore year. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm planning to do with my future. But I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Have a good day.